Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Say It How It Is. Look at this, man. Camera, bang. Look, man, this is one of those things that I've been dreading to do. Like, since releasing Billy's episode, I just thought, fuck, how am I going to do my solo episodes? How am I going to talk to the camera? Like, this is not like a YouTube thing. Like, even though this is now getting filmed, so those of you who are listening on iTunes podcasts, Spotify podcast, all the other apps, even if you Google me or Google Say It How It Is with Alvi, first link, I'm there. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, it's one of those things that I've been dreading. I just didn't know how to do it. Like, this whole camera thing is just fucking strange, man. So what this episode is going to be about is pretty much kind of like another introduction, similar to the, I can't really remember the second episode much, but when I first released my second episode on the podcast, the audio version, where I kind of spoke about myself a bit more. So this is going to be similar to that. But yeah, man, I've been dreading this. I don't know what people are going to think. I don't know how this is going to turn out to be. Like, I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if people are going to like the solo episodes, especially now it's getting filmed. I'm talking about more on the YouTube side because I've got a decent amount of listeners on the podcast apps and audio versions where 50% of the people like the solo episodes, 50% of people like the guest episodes. So this is going to be interesting. But I know a lot of people do it, and I want to be one of the guys that's going to try it. Like, what happens, man? Doesn't matter. I'll basically just learn from this. Like, if it fails, I won't do it. You know? Simple as. I lose nothing apart from, nothing. I lose nothing. I just learn from it. But here we are, man. Here we are. So, a little introduction to myself. I'm Alvi. I'm actually known for the guy that likes kind of saying it how it is, I like talking about how I'm feeling. I like talking about, anything that's bothering me. I don't really like keeping it in because then it just keeps growing inside me and I just end up exploding on someone. By that, I don't mean that in any form of sexual way at all. What I'm doing, this is going to sound so cringy and I don't want it to make it sound cringy. Like, this is not your standard YouTube blogging thing. This is a podcast. And a lot of my listeners have heard this already. So if you're listening to this on the iTunes app and all the, on the podcast apps, I'm sorry, man. I've just got to explain myself to the viewers. So this is pretty much a podcast where it's just so fucking cringy, where I'm on this journey to kind of understand who I am as a person and, what are the right ways to live. I'm reading books, I'm talking to a bunch of creative people. The more people I bring on the podcast, the more I talk about myself, the more I know kind of how to be as a human being. Like, I'm talking about normally on the podcast, especially the solo ones, I kind of talk about my problems, what I'm going through, any situations that, that's bothering me. Mostly on the mental health side of things. I do suffer from mental health and it's not fun, it's not great. But the more I talk about it, the more comfortable I feel because there's people out there that can relate to me. So there's that, and there's the guests episode where people come on and they speak about their problems, and sometimes people don't even speak about the problems. We actually got topics to talk about. We talk about things, and sometimes we'll have a disagreement with stuff, and it helps me kind of learn and understand where they're coming from. What do they see? And sometimes they even correct me like, "Oh, Alvi, that wasn't right," and then they tell me why, and then I'm like, "Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? That's true. I didn't think of it that way, but now you said it." Yeah, so it's just like kind of just learning everything, really. So all this is just a little project that I want to do, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but, I'm 50 episodes in. This is, those of you who are new and watching this on YouTube, this is like the second episode then. But yeah, this is the 51st episode, and it's all getting filmed. Like, I just find it, I don't know, I just need to try to be more comfortable being in front of the camera. I need to be comfortable just like expressing how I feel, knowing that people are actually watching me. Whereas before it was easy. Some people who don't even know me, I've got listeners in America. They probably follow me on Instagram or something, but those who don't, they could kind of just listen to me and just like kind of put, I don't know, they could just imagine a face. Whereas now, all the expressions I'm making, even if I look chubby or even if I look good, they could see that, fuck, I don't really look that good today. But yeah, man, normally when I do my solo episodes, I'm like sitting here like mostly topless or even just with my boxers and just like high and, you know, just chatting crap. But this time it's different, man. This time I want to be more professional, more, you know, cameras and that. What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Social media is huge, you know. This is one of those things where it's going to keep growing. Or I don't even know if it's going to keep growing, but I feel like it's at a point now where everyone's just relying on social media. So this is a new platform that I'm doing with the whole filming side. And I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know, because obviously this is the first episode. I don't know if I'm going to like it, if I'm going to enjoy it. I don't know. We'll just see what the attention I get. Because, you know, that's the reason I'm putting it on. At the beginning, when I started doing the audio stuff, it wasn't really for the attention. It was just more a thing. Instead of just going to therapy, I wanted to just talk about it on the mic and release it and, you know, see if there's anyone out there that's kind of going through the same sort of thing. That's all it was. Knowing that, you know, I've spoke about my problems and we could try to move on. And if it fails, it fails. I'll just fucking not do it. And that's it, really. This morning I woke up thinking, right, let's just get this done. Let's fucking do this, man. Look, you're going to sit down, film yourself, talk shit. I mean, I keep saying I talk shit. I don't really talk shit. I mean, most of the stuff are shit, but most, you know, 50% of the stuff is shit. A lot of 50-50 today. Just live and learn, really. But I have been going through some personal issues as well and promising people, you know, that a film podcast is coming on, you know, doing this, doing that. It's just so, when you're in the moment, you get excited and you kind of start talking about, you know, what's coming up. And you just really like, you're really passionate about doing all this. I'm experiencing some personal issues with like family and just life in general, man. Sometimes life just creeps up on you. You know, you've got so many things planned. Like, I'm doing all this and I'm so excited. Like, I'm fucking releasing content and I like doing that. I like talking. I like, you know, hearing people tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right and stuff. And, you know, next thing I know, real life is creeping up on me and I'm just like, fuck, man, focus. And it happens, man. And I shouldn't really doubt the things that I'm doing because real life is always going to creep up on you. But I want this to be kind of like an escape route. I don't want this to be another stress in my life. I don't want this to be a point where I'm just like, oh shit, I've got to do a podcast now. Fuck, I've got to do this. Because that's what I've been feeling like. This is something now I need to kind of think about. Do that. Is that better? Yeah. Yeah, man. So, you know, I don't want this to be that. I want this to be like a little escape thing. Escape from the problems, but even though I'm talking about it, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, man. Sometimes, again, I say this on my other podcast, I just hate talking sometimes. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't really have stuff planned to say talk about on this podcast, just because there's so much shit been going on at the moment. I don't really want to start this episode negative, but, you know, we've got issues going on in the world, you know. I mean, yesterday, I hear, I'm filming this on Sunday, by the way, Caroline Flack has died. Which is, it's a shame, man. It's such a sad world we live in. Like, media has killed her. She was a presenter, Love Island, and presented a few other things like X Factor and stuff. And yeah, I know recently she's going through some issues with her boyfriend. I don't really know exactly what happened, but I found out that she's killed herself. I saw it in the news. And it's sad. It's so sad. Like, this is the world that we live in now. This is what the media's doing. You know, the thing is, it's annoying because, you know, I'm one of the guys that's saying, you know, rest in peace and stuff. I mean, it is so sad. Like, I was one of the guys that kind of made fun of how she walked and stuff. You know, I'll go on Twitter and be like, oh man, I hate the way she walks onto the villa when I'm watching Love Island. You know, you moan about people, you kind of make fun of them and stuff, but you don't expect them to do that, you know. You don't expect them to self-harm. My voice went funny then. You don't expect them to kind of harm themselves, you know. It's just sad, like, and the media, like, especially with what's been happening with her personal life, and the media has kind of shown it, you know, it's on the news and everything. It's hard to kind of get away from all that. And that's the world we live in. You know, people's personal life is getting sold. Like, that's what it is. I was talking to someone yesterday, actually, and they were like, why don't the media just ban, you know, putting news reports on people's personal life. But that's the only thing that sells, though. You know, nothing else is gonna sell. You know, if people are doing well, that's not really gonna sell. People like watching people suffer, and it's just fucking the world we live in. It's just horrible, man. Like, think about it. It's a shit world we live in. You know, no one really likes watching people being happy. I mean, they do for a bit, and then, you know, if they're happy for too long, then they just start digging in. They start thinking, all right, what's wrong with this person? Why is this person so happy? There must be something wrong. And as soon as they find that little thing, that's it. Boom, the paps get involved. You know, start filming everything. The news report starts, you know, getting involved. It's such a fucked up world, man. I mean, thoughts to her family. You know, it's such a sad life. Like, I feel so bad. I can't imagine what she's gone through. Like, the only reason she's not presenting this Love Island because of what's been happening with her and her ex-fella. And the worst thing is, like, he's not even pressing charges. Like, he's not doing anything about, he's not taking it further, you know? And that's the sad thing about it, when she's sitting there thinking, my life's ruined. Like, if she only had that person to speak to, like the person that, I mean, I'm not saying she didn't have anyone to speak to, but I just can't imagine what she's gone through, knowing that my life is over. I might as well do this. This is the only way I kind of escape from all this. Oh, man, it's such a sad, sad world we live in. And the media is the one to blame, I'd say. But again, nothing's going to change. These things are always going to be out there. Mental health is a massive thing. I mean, that's getting better, you know, and that's a good thing. That's getting better. But the media will always show negative because that's what sells. You know, that's what's selling out there, and it's fucking sad. So before I carry on with the episode, I would like to say, you know, rest in peace, Caroline Flack. It's a cruel world we live in. But yeah, man, let's just start getting a bit more positive. You know, this is my first solo episode. I want to kind of talk about a more positive thing. What was happening in the current affairs world? Oh yeah, Philip Schofield. He's come out. I mean, it was a bit obvious. And I don't know if that was offensive, me even saying that. So it's very brave of you to come out, but I do feel for your missus. But again, I don't know, man. I shouldn't even spoke about this because everyone's got their views, and I don't know where I would cross the line. But yeah, nah, well done, man. I respect you to. Who am I to respect you to come out? You know, I'm just me. But no, I respect the fact that he's come out, and you know, the fact that he's happier. So it's all good, man. And, you know, he's got friends and family supporting him with this decision. And again, this is just me kind of thinking about what else to talk about, really. But if you're a fan of my episodes, you'll know that I kind of just wing all my solo episodes. I mostly talk about issues that I've been suffering with. Well, no, not really suffering with, but issues that's been going on in the world. And normally mental health stuff that I'm going through that, you know, I kind of want to change about myself. And people talk to me and they're like, oh, you don't need to change that. Oh, Alvi, yeah, you know what? I'm here to talk to you. Let's talk about this. And I love that. So here we are, man. Here we are. What else is happening, man? Batman. Mate. Oh, right. So those of you who don't know, this is, I don't know if that camera's picking this up, but, you know, I'm a massive fan of Batman. And the fact that fucking, what's his name, man? What's his name, bro? Like, this is a big thing for me, you know? This is huge. I'm a massive DC fan, you know? Like, the thing is, I like Marvel. Marvel's cool. I'm not cutting Marvel out at all. I feel like the films and everything they made is fucking amazing. They have been better than DC films, but I've always been a DC fan, like, especially Batman. I love how dark Batman is. So yeah, Robert Pattinson is playing Batman. Yeah, man, I'm so excited. Like, the thing is, people are like, who's this fucking childish Twilight film? And a few other shitty films that he's in. And no, I'm not not shitty films. He's actually a very underrated actor, you know. He's done some great films. Even Twilight, like, I don't really like the Twilight films, but, you know, he apparently acted well in that. He was in Harry Potter as well. He's done well in that. He's that fucking cool, handsome looking fella. He always looks high though. But yeah, the fact that they chose him for Batman, you know, I'm excited because what DC does, and a lot of people disagree with me with this, is that they find actors that are quite young, and they manage to pull it off. I don't feel like they haven't. All the actors they've found, like even the Joker one, the fucking what's his name, Jared Leto. He was sick. A lot of people said he was shit. I thought he was amazing. I feel like the director didn't put much out there of him, but the actor that he was playing was so comic accurate. It was sick. I loved it, man. But yeah, let me play this little teaser thing that Matt Reeves brought out. So Matt Reeves is the guy that's directing Batman. So let's play this. Let's play the whole thing. I don't know if this will actually come up. This is fucking sick. It's dark for ages though, isn't it? Look at that. Look. See a bit of him. Oh mate, look how fucking sick that is. Look at that. Wow, mate. Alright, let's pause it there. Look at the batarang, man. Like, that's not even a batarang. Like, you could obviously take that out and throw it, you know? He could throw that shit. He probably does more with it. And, like, if they're doing it similar to the comic stuff, it could be a grappling thing. But look at him, man. Look at his jaws. Mate, the fucking jaws, man. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Mate, it's the fucking... He comes out, man. Look at that. Wow. Look at his mouth. Little lips. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nah, man, that was fucking... So excited, man. The thing is, I really like that. So I love the reason why I like DC and like Batman, because of how dark they are. And not that I'm a dark guy, you know, I'm not a grunger or anything, but I think because I got daddy issues probably makes me like dark things. I don't know, man. It could be anything. It might not even be daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? It could be just me being a grunger. Holy shit, we've been recording for a while. I didn't want... I want this episode to be kind of short, but not that short at the same time, you know? You know, it's just one of those episodes where it's a solo episode and not many people gonna... It's a solo episode, not many people gonna just sit there for like, I don't know, an hour or a bit just to like hear me chat shit, you know? Now let's talk about what problems I've been finding lately. And I've been struggling to get that motivation. I feel like even my listeners in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes, I just feel like I feel like a couple of the people have noticed that my mind's not been in it. You know, I'm not as creative. I don't feel as, I don't know, motivated. Not that I am, not that I'm not motivated. Like, I'm still doing this, you know. But again, like I was saying earlier, I feel like this is, ooh, right. I feel like this has been a obstruction with my real life. And the thing is, I don't want it to be. And like I was saying earlier, I want this to be a platform where I want to escape, you know. But yeah, I want to kind of talk about happiness, man. Like, I don't really want to get serious and stuff, but it's one of those things that I've been struggling at the moment, is trying to be happy. And I've been doing a few things that's been working at the moment that I do want to talk about. So people who have been listening to this, listening to my podcast, you know, that I've had people come to me and say, look, it feels like your mind's not in it as much. And I agree, man. I agree. I've been going through some personal stuff that, you know, that's just getting in the way of this and like just my mind and like just being comfortable. You know, I'm always anxious. I always feel like I'm living a life where stuff needs to be done and I can't relax. You know, I'll always have to do something. The days I do relax, you know, I feel shit because I'm just like, I could be doing other things here. I could be doing other things that are more productive. And it's annoying because people tell me to relax. People tell me that, look, you're doing too much now. Just calm down for a bit, you know, take some time off and just relax. Like even with smoking weed and stuff, I only do that on weekends. Like now, I want most of my sleep to be natural. Monday to Friday, they're all natural anyway, but again, stress stops me from sleeping. So there's a lot of things that, I'll need to change with myself. I need to start, I want to start reading more books. I want to start, being more happy. The one thing that I started doing now is every day I list 4 or 5 things that I'm proud of every day. In the past 2 weeks, I wake up, brush my teeth and stuff while I'm getting ready. So I'll put my shoe on and stuff, and I think about 5 things that I'm really happy with at the moment. It could be the same thing as yesterday, and it's still fine because I'm happy about them. And I've been doing that every day, and like the more I do it, the more comfortable I feel. The more I feel like it's whatever the issue is, it isn't that bad. Just little steps like that. Taking time to just like reflect on things is like one of the most important things you could do. And I don't want to get to a point in my life where I'll start having those dark thoughts again. I don't want to get to a point where I'm thinking, fuck all this, I need to go back to therapy. I don't want to do all that, man. And yeah, in the past few months, it's been difficult. And I don't want to keep thinking of the dark stuff every time there's a difficult situation in my life. I want to get to a point where, like I was saying earlier, man, just talking to people and stuff, finding out exactly the root of being happy. I'm obviously, you're not, no one's perfect, but the more I talk to people, the more I take things and, and then I bring it to my life. Don't know if that made sense. But yeah, I try to not worry too much, but all I do is just worry. And that's what I'm working on at the moment. List of 5 things, that's been helping. And just what I was talking about Billy on that last episode, what we were saying on Billy's episode, saying, just smiling and singing. It releases that chemical in your head. So I've been singing bare in my car, man. Like, I try to stay away from the rap side of things because, it kind of, if I mumble up the words, it stresses me out. So I just listen to like the slow stuff, even some classical stuff. So I've been singing, man. I'm a good singer, especially when I'm in the shower. I'm just like, especially when you're singing and there's like fucking, when you're in the shower, you're just like out there. What am I talking about, man? Look, if you guys feel like there's other things that I could be doing that will make me more happy, not that I'm unhappy at the moment, or I'm pretty unhappy, but again, that's for me to figure out, and for you to kind of listen and to hear my journey to how I've figured it out. I'm not going to figure it out 100%. There's going to be times where I get bored of whatever I'm doing, but then there's going to be times where I'm like, all right, I'm stressing out, but I know how to get away from that stress, and I know how to be happy again. So that's what I need to just work on. The more I tell myself, the more I just hate it. So, I don't want to tell myself I'm happy and stuff. I need to understand why I'm happy. I need to understand it. I don't want to just force it. All right, just be positive. Come on, just be positive. Like, what does that mean? It's hard to just randomly be positive. The only way you can be positive is to reflect on the things that are positive in your life. Fuck, that was so sick of me. Wow, that's going to be a little clip now. Yeah, man, the more I think about the things that are good in my life, the more happy I am. And that's what I just need to stick to. There's going to be times, there's going to be times where I'm going to lose someone in my life. There's going to be times where it's going to be the most stressful and the most difficult moment of my life. And I just need to face it all by myself. And not by myself. I mean, obviously I've got friends and family. More friends, less family. As long as I've got friends, I'm happy. And even if you don't have friends, there's people out there, man. There's always someone out there. And I think that winds me up. Yeah, like the dickheads that say, stop bullying and stuff. They're the bullies from the beginning, I've noticed. So there are not all, but there are 1 or 2. They say, oh, stop bullying, stop all this harassment and shit. Like, mate, you are one of them. And like I was saying earlier, like I was one of them with Caroline Flack. I'll give it a good 10 out of 10, and I'm not just saying that because of the situation. Like, she was hot. But yeah, man, like, some of the stuff just used to cringe me out, bless her. Just telling yourself all the good stuff. It could be anything. It could be a tiniest thing, like, oh, mate, it could be the nicest thing, like, it could be the tiniest thing, like, look, last night you made a banging dinner. You ate good last night. Think about that. Mate, you're so comfortable and warm right now. Think about that. What else? Your friends and family, like even like Billy, when he was saying like he appreciates his friends so much. So do I, man. Because growing up, I never had a father. My mother's not been around. She's always been at work. She would only be there when I'm going to sleep, pretty much. and I've always kind of relied on friends to keep me company. And one of the things that made me kind of relate to him is that he, like, no matter how different of a past we had, everyone goes through their own problems. And we both could kind of see that in each other, but yet we're so different, like the way we dress, the way we are, but yet we're so similar, like our banter and everything. It's just so, we're so close. Shout out Billy, bro. I know you're going to be a dad. Like, mate, by the time I release this, it's probably, I don't know if the little one's come out yet. It's any time soon. Like, literally, as I speak now, she might be going into, oh, mate, it's fucking crazy, man. He'll probably be my best mate for the rest of my life. I can't see myself, not being his friend. Honestly, like that episode as well, like I couldn't have asked for a better first guest. Like, he's just such a good guy. He means well, man, and he just finds things funny the way I do. Like, he just look at things and he'll find a comedic side of things. And bless him, man. Like, there are times where he stresses and I feel like you just can't calm down. I know, like he was saying as well, like he gives great advice. But when there are times where he's stressing, like, I've been there, man. I've seen him stress a few times. And yeah, man, like the way he just needs to listen to himself and like just relax, bro. Again, we're all here. You got me, you got Jack, who's going to be coming on the episode soon. I think in 2-3 weeks' time. We've got another episode to release with him. Yeah, man. So shout out Billy. And again, if the Bubba's already come out, mate, shout out Bubba. I'm going to be the best brown uncle in the world, man. I'm going to spoil the shit out of this kid. This kid is going to be loving life, man. This kid, I'm going to point him to the right direction, I'm going to be this kid's fucking G, I want to be this boy's, I forgot the name they're going to call him. Oh, fuck, that's very bad of me. But I'm not even, whatever they call him, I'm not even going to call him that. Anyway, I'm going to call him Amigo. About that shit. I don't know, man. I got to think of something to call him. But yeah, I want him to be like, oh, Uncle Alvi's here. And then he gets excited. I want to be that uncle where, I want to be that uncle where he will tell me everything. Whatever situation he's going through, I want to be that uncle that he's like, Uncle Alvi, or no, I'll just be like, Uncle Alv. Or Brown Uncle. Mate, let him call me Brown Uncle. Fuck it, Brown Uncle. Can we have a chat? And I'll be like, oh, this is it. I'll talk about the birds and the bees. Before Billy does. No, man, I'm joking. But yeah, no, I'm fucking excited. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm more excited than he is, man. I'm so excited that he's having a kid. Like, it's just a beautiful thought. Like, me and him used to talk about this when we was younger. Like, I know I wanted to talk about this with him on the podcast, but he feels like no one's going to want to listen to this. He's uncomfortable with all this. We had a baby shower thing a month ago, and he was just uncomfortable. I'm like, mate, enjoy it, man. Even though it was a girls thing, normally girls like make that, but they actually like hired a hall and stuff, and it was nice, man. It was like all the close friends would come in, man, and just seeing him in that environment, all the attention was on him and his missus. It was beautiful, man. So like, look, shout out to yourself, Bill, man. You're gonna be an amazing dad, and mate, I feel emotional talking about it. Oh, I'm so excited for you, brother. Honestly, man, this is going to be one of the most beautiful moments of your life, and I could only just imagine how it's going to feel. Because, I don't know. I don't know exactly how it feels. The only thing I could think about was when my little sister was born, and that's the closest I've been through as having my own kid. Like, I've got those who don't know me, I've got a 7-year-old sister. I'm 20 years older than her. I'm 27, and fuck, I'm 27. My little sister was like a beautiful thing. Like, when she was born, I was just like, wow, my heart was like pounding, man. I was like, this is beautiful. And having your own kid, imagine that, Bill. I'm making him nervous now. If he's watching this, he's gonna be like, fuck, God, shut up, Alfie, what are you talking about? Anyway, man, guess what I found out? I found out that there are some people out there that don't have an inner monologue. They don't have that inner thing where they talk to themselves. How the fuck does that work? Like, the thing is, I think that happens to a lot of is it deaf guys? Deaf people. They can't really, like, when they're born deaf, they can't really, they don't think, imagine not having an inner monologue. Like, when I'm reading, I'm talking to myself. When I'm thinking, I'm talking to myself. Me, right now, talking to myself, thinking about what are the right things to say, Like, that blew my mind. And the thing is, I think about, like, I've been told this about 3 weeks ago, and I think about it every 4 days. I think about this inner monologue thing every 4 days. Because it's just mind-blowing. And they say, you know, they think with pictures, they think with visuals and stuff. Like, imagine, like, the phrase, that is nuts. Like, how do they think of that phrase? How do they think, like, wow, that is nuts? Like, what do they think? They just think, they don't know, I don't know, what do they think? They got a pointing finger, and then they got a pointing finger at a nut. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just, like, trying to find out shit. Like, the fact that, if you Google it, there's people out there that don't, and I was reading Reddit, and they said, someone on Reddit said they train themselves to not think, to not have that inner monologue. And they just think, how is that possible? How do you do that? That's fucking sick. Like, I want to do that. And apparently it helps them read quicker. It helps them make decisions quicker. I'm like, what are you talking about? You have to think. Think before you do, man. Otherwise you're stupid. Not saying that deaf people are stupid, but if you're just training yourself to not think and just go for it, like, that's just mad. Like, thinking is me talking to myself. Like, how are you going to think? I don't know, man. I want to know what people think about that inner monologue stuff. For those who don't know what monologue is, like inner speech, like, it's just, you don't have that someone telling you in your head, like, don't do that, or you just even talk to yourself, oh, that was a good day, or, you know, you, like I was saying earlier, just me telling myself, you know, the 5 things I got in my life, like, that was just me talking to myself. I'm not saying that out loud. I don't say it out loud, oh, I'm happy about this, I'm happy about that, you know, I don't say that, I just do it in my head. And there's people out there that can't do it. Wow. Mate, that's fascinating, man. If you don't find that fascinating, I don't know what's wrong with you, man, because I'm fucking... is this recording? I need to double check, because this is going to bother me. Yeah, it is. I've been talking way too much, man. Look, I'll keep this short, yeah. So, look, we've got a few episodes coming up, and, you know, there's going to be more stuff that I'll talk about. It's annoying because I do wanted to talk about loads of shit. Like, yesterday was nuts. I wanted to film this yesterday, on Saturday, but Storm fucking, what's it, Darren or some shit, whatever it was called, Storm Dennis, fucked me up, man. Like, I wanted to film it yesterday, and all you could hear is just... I was like, fuck, man, calm down, man. Fucking Storm Darren. I even went outside to, like, pick someone up, and my hairline is receded. Like, it's worse than Storm Sierra, which was, like, the other week. Sierra or Kiara, whatever it was called. Like, look, man, it's just pulled it right back, man. Storm Dennis is a little bitch. But yeah, no, so now I have to kind of rush this. You know, I've got, like, as soon as the filming's done, I need to put it all on the computer and, like, edit it. And yeah, there's other stuff I want to talk about, some videos, meme of the week, but I ain't got time, man, because I got stuff to do, you know. So yeah, I'll talk about most of the stuff next solo episode, yeah. So let's just keep this short. I just wanted to kind of check it out, see if I like it, see if I like doing the solo stuff. If not, I could just keep doing the guest episodes. But, you know, I know I've got a decent amount of listeners for my solo episodes, so let's just see how the visual stuff goes. But yeah, let's just end it with Remzi's Would You Rather.
Yes, mate. Got a little would you rather for you.
You sound tired, boy.
Would you rather be able to run 100 miles an hour or fly at 10 miles an hour? Yeah, man.
Why are you so tired, man? So basically, those of you who don't know, every of my episodes, I end it with Remzi's Would You Rather. He's a good friend of mine. I think we've got an episode together. Can't remember what number. But we got an episode together. It's on the podcast apps. Can't remember what number. I think it was like early 20s or before 20s. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so he's a great friend of mine, and yeah, he just sends me a bunch of would you rathers, and I love him. I love him for that. Right. So Remzi's Would You Rather. What was that? That was Would you rather fly 10 miles per hour or run 100 miles per hour? See, running is sick. But we could do that anyway. I mean, we can't really run 100 miles per hour, but we could run. But you can't fly. And the thing is, you could fly over, like, buildings and stuff. So that might be even quicker, you know. Even though it's 10 miles per hour is slow as like, it's fucking slow. I could run faster than 10, no? Surely I can. Yeah, surely I can. Of course I can. Probably go to 20. Yeah, 100% I could go to 20. for a bit. But 100 miles per hour is fast, man. That's fast. That'll get you to that'll get you to places quick. But then would you be tired? That's the question. Guessing not. But 10 miles per hour, man, you'll be flying, you have your eyes closed. And the thing is, you're going so slow that you could avoid birds and you could avoid like insects while you're flying. You've got to think about these sort of things. But when you're running, you got to have a mask or like a fucking motorbike helmet because you're going to have bugs coming at you, boy. You're going to have pee barging into people. Nah, you won't. Because you're going so fast, people will be slow. So you'll be like avoiding them. Like you'll be like the Flash, you know? But flying, you'll just be up there. You just got to avoid trees and that, which is so easy when you're doing 10 miles per hour. You can even just fly on a tree and just chill out for a bit. I'll do the flying one, man, 100%. Imagine seeing the world, like, flying. I'll fly to Spain, 10 miles per hour. That's fucking... No, I wouldn't do that. I'll just fly about, you know, fly about in a local area. I'll still take the train and stuff to go to work. And when I've landed, I'll fly over the fence, get home quicker, and as soon as I land, I start running home. Yeah, man, look, I know this is a weird episode. The thing is, this is my first solo filmed episode, and yeah, I kind of got used to it 5 minutes in. It's just not that bad, actually. I'm just worried about the editing stuff, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, shout out everyone in my life, and look, man, the world's a beautiful place. We're all here to talk to you, even if you're feeling all this mental health stuff, man. We're all here. I don't judge. But yeah, man, look after yourself. The world's a beautiful place. Apart from Storm Derek or whatever it's called, Dennis. Fuck that, man. Look, I'm just looking outside now and it looks fucking awful. Look after yourself, people. Goodbye.
Oh.